What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at Surroundead. Very, very excited to be back inside this one. I've been playing for 5 or 6 hours prior to the recording of this video, all inside of the same open world zombie survival sandbox, and I have been very, very happy with the way that things have been playing out. This is one of those games that you really got to try. I say this every single time that I feature it, but pretty much every month or so, every 30 days roundabout, you really need to check in on this game and see what they've been doing with it, because this developer is a madman who is absolutely just printing updates when it comes to this title. And so there are so many updates. We haven't covered this game in like a year and 3 months. It's been a while that I've kept this one on the shelf. The good news there is there are so many updates that I can't even count them all. I can't really even give you a collated list of things that they've added to this game, largely because there's been so many updates that it's very, very difficult to get it all inside of one place. So we're going to check it out today. We're going to have a good time with it. I'm going to talk about the new things that I've seen since the last time I played the game. What was that gunshot? Who's shooting? Someone's shooting. Anyways, if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check out Surrounded. As far as zombie survival games go, I think it's probably one of the better ones on Steam at this point. Like, it can very much hold its chin up high when compared to something like Project Zomboid. It's not quite as oh, they ate that dude. It's not quite as simulatory as Project Zomboid, but it is a lot of fun, and it does have its own distinct gameplay loop that I think comes through. And so check out the link down below if you wanted to get the game. On top of that, you can also find a bunch of other links to other YouTube-related stuff for Splattercat Gaming, which I'd love to have you check out. But let's dive straight on into it. So it looks like we've got a bunch of survivors over here that are beefing with zombies. I'm going to pull some of the aggro off them. But for right now, what is my current goal inside this zombie survival sandbox? Well, my current goal is just to get looted as hell, and I've done a pretty good job of that so far. My character is definitely like mid-game geared right now. Possibly end-game geared if I could find like some grenade launchers and some other stuff like that. But I'm beginning to kind of tootle around the map and start to knock out infections every time I hear someone shoot, dude. He's friendly, huh? Oh, he's shooting at that. There you go. I'll get him for you. You're all right there, partner? He was focused. I thought he was shooting at me for a second. It was like, it's a friendly survivor. And I was like, I'm not so sure. But for right now, what I'm focused on is I actually just loaded up my game. And there's a whole bunch of points of interest that have spawned since I was playing last night. I'm knocking out points of interest. The ones that are the most important are these little infections, so we'll probably wipe out one of those today. If you've ever played State of Decay, exact same thing here. There's like Hearts of the Scourge, basically, that will spawn in locations, causing zombies to just spawn over and over and over and over again and turning the area into just an ungodly hellhole. My base is over here inside of a dilapidated building that I've been building up. That's right, this game does have base building, and in fact, there's a lot of things to build. But anyways, I'm wiping out all the infections near where I live at so that there won't be any long-term ramifications, invasions, wipeouts, deaths, all that kind of stuff. Let's check this helicopter real quick. Helicopter, what you got for me? Helicopter's got 5 bullets. It's got a couple of books that I'll more than likely just read right now to level up my skills. Aw, yeah, I am now a level 2 fishy mans. Don't really want anything else that's inside the helicopter. We are losing the sunlight right now, and what I was doing over on this side of the map was actually, I was trying to check out this FEMA camp over here that's been overrun by the undead, and so I kind of wanted to give it a look and see what I could find inside of here, but we will have to watch our toesies. Strong possibility that we're going to run headlong into like a minefield or something over here, and so this is the Patient Zero building. Okay, we've got zombie dogs on that side. We've got radiated zombies all over the place. I do have a silenced weapon, so I'm feeling decent, actually. Let's not go with the silenced gun right here. Let's see if I can wipe out the doggies first. I think they're the most dangerous. And then oh, there's so many dogs. Okay. All right. Yep. I need you to be dead, please. Thank you, doggies. Does that dog have like a little gas mask on? That's adorable, dude. I would love to have little doggy gas masks for my dog. I don't know conceivably what use that would have. Wipe him out real quick. I'm not planning on getting my dogs mustard gassed at any point in the near future, but it would still be pretty cool to have, you know, just in case. You never know. Nothing to loot off the dogs for right now. I am watching my feet at the moment, though, for landmines. These FEMA camps, they tend to have landmines and stuff all over the place. A couple of hazmat zombies in here. Do we have an infection in this location that we've got to worry about? No. I've got my respirator on, so I don't need to worry about getting taken out by radiation while we're in the area, but we will want to watch it fairly closely. In the bottom left-hand corner, you can see there's like a little hazmat symbol. That's going to be how much radiation I can soak before this falls apart. Let's see if we can loot this APC real quick. Anything good inside of it? Looks like we've got body armor. Okay. I don't really want the body armor. I'll more than likely just like vendor that to somebody inside of a city or something else like that. But I will take it off of here just to say that I looted through the area. It's getting very, very foggy in this area. Let me turn on a flashlight real quick, and hopefully that'll help us stay safe. We do want to loot just about everything in this area we can possibly get our hands on. Tape is going to be useful for building up various aspects of our home base. It looks like we've got nothing on that dead body right there, but we do have a medical container on this side. Never know when you're going to need some med kits or something to like patch you up. I could pop on NVGs, but with NVGs on, I wasn't planning on losing the light like this. Do we have anything on that table right there? Nothing on the table, but it looks like we've got a bunch of loot locations in here. Let's see what we've got. We've got ammo. I could always use more ammo. Ammo's good. I've got a semi-automatic Benelli that I've been rocking with that goes through, it churns through a lot of rounds, all right? And keeping that thing fed, very, very important to me. It looks like we've also got a military container over here that we can pick the lock on. This is a master lock, though, so it is going to be a little challenging, but it looks like I managed to suss it out. We've got ourselves a camo face mask. We've got a tactical laser sight. I'll just throw that onto my gun. In this game, your guns and your weapons are modular. They can have different things added onto them that make them more effective. Everything from laser tactical devices to suppressors to things of that nature, all very useful to have. We got military pants. We got an MP5. Okay, I don't really care about the MP5, but it'll sell to somebody. Chris Vector magazine right there and some painkillers. I'll take the painkillers because they're good for instantly healing up after you've taken a little bit of damage. We got another master lock over here. There we go. Got him. What do we have in here? A P90 magazine. That's new. I didn't know that they added a P90 to the game. That's hella sick. I'm actually kind of excited about that. Well, this location was kind of a bust. There was nothing like high tier or awesome here that I was very, very excited to greedily scoop up with my sweaty palms. So let's find something else to do, shall we? So taking a look at our map, it looks like we've got an armored convoy that's behind us. We could potentially go for that. That actually feels like a pretty strong play. We've also got an infection up north of us. I figure we go grab the convoy real fast and see what that is, because that's a new piece of content that I've never seen before. I've never seen a crashed convoy while playing this game, and since I'm fully motorized, it shouldn't be that difficult to get back over there. It's just down the road. A little bit of a hot landing out here by the convoy, but we'll wait and see what happens with all of it. I'm going to move on in. Let me go ahead and slap a new mag into the old Colonel's Revenge here. And, like, what do we have going on with a convoy? So it looks like there's a bunch of stuff back there. Can I loot this tank? I cannot loot that tank. Someone's also shooting back in over here. But it's difficult to tell if they're friendly or not. A wandering trader, that actually kind of helps. I need to get some of this loot up and off of my person. And so throughout the map, you'll find various factions. They do fight with each other. Right now, I think it's just like bandits and friendlies, more or less. But this guy right here, if he's got a little bit of cash in his pocket, I can actually just unload all this stuff on him. I've never seen a P90 magazine before, so I'll probably hold on to that just in case. I've got, how much money do I have right now? I've got myself about $2,000 at the moment. He doesn't have anything that's blaringly standing out to me as something that I need to have. I mean, I really, really want a 249, but I can't feed the thing. And so what I'll do is I'm going to buy out all of his 5.56. That way, so what are these selling for each? 15 bucks a pop. I got to do math in my head. Oh no, math in my zombie game, dude. They're forcing me to become more intelligent. I could probably afford like 130, 120 rounds, and we'll make the money back. It's not that big of a deal. So I'll just confirm it, add it to my stack over here. We'll top off all of our mags real quick. And now let's go see what's up with this convoy. Hopefully I loot something of value. That way I can just straight turn it on over to him if I can find him back out here. But yeah, there's a lot of zombies out here. And it looks like we've got an undead boss. Okay, let's fire a couple shots. Let's get these guys moving. So it looks like they were attracted to the sound of the zombie exploding over there. We want to get the sprinters first if we can. There we go. All right, give me a new mag. This is why we bought ammo. Okay, another one bites the dust. Get that one right there. Boss is out there, but I'm not that worried about him. We've still got more zombies to clear on the right side of the caravan too, but let me loot through these bodies real quick and see if there's anything useful. It's always worth it to go through Zed bodies because every now and again you'll find like a big stack of, there you go, a big stack of like 30 bullets, and it'll save you a lot of money at the trader if you can make that happen. So cruising in with the Benelli now that I've looted all the bodies. I do have a suppressor on my shotgun, so I should mostly be safe to advance up here without getting into any trouble. You're still not dead, huh? Wow. Okay. This guy's being a little bit greedy about the protection of the convoy. Frankly, I feel like you probably watch a little bit more Mr. Rogers, learn to share a little bit, but then again, sharing may not be something that inherently comes naturally to zombies. We got an airdrop coming in too. One thing I really like about this build is that it feels like the world is alive. Like it always feels like something's happening in this game that's catching your attention, even while you're looking for other things. Yeah, there comes the airdrop plane right there. We'll see what it gives us. I mean, if it drops close enough, we may be able to make use of it. We have a high-tier military crate right here, too, which might be a little bit spicy and sexy. Ooh, we got the lens flare. Michael Bay up in here with the visual effects. It looks like it's going to be a long drop, so if we're going to go pick that up, it's already gone past us. Okay. Looks like it's a food drop, maybe? I think that's what color blue means, facing this direction. Yeah, it's a food drop. There's a whole bunch of airdrops over here. I should probably go take care of that infection and then pick up all those airdrops and just sell them to that village right there. Haven't done it yet. Let me loot some crates. Actually, no. Let's kill this zombie boss real quick. He shouldn't be hard to drop, I don't think. Like, I'm kind of, like, beyond this undead zombie boss right now. There are nastier, harder ones around. Unfortunately, he is not one of them. The downside is he's probably just going to drop a bunch of low-tier loot that doesn't matter. Oh, really? He gave me a drum mag for the Colonel's Revenge. That's what I'm rocking right now. Okay, never mind. I will never, ever disrespect you again, low-tier zombie boss. You are the man. What are you? Oh, you're trying to protect me. All right. Kill that one too. This game does have RPG mechanics. You do level up. Right now I'm level 14. You lose levels when you die. I wanted to just sell you a lot of the stuff that I just picked up. Strip all the mags, and then you could just have those. You can also take the MP5 because I don't want it. You can also take the large med kits because I don't want them. They take up too much space. If I have anything else to sell down here, I'll sell my extra grenades, my antiseptic, my ACOG, my underslung grenade launcher grenades because I don't have an underslung grenade launcher, so it doesn't really matter. An M210 that fires 300 Winchester. That's going to be kind of hard to come by. This game has a very large selection of weapons, and one of the changes that they've made since the last time we covered it is that the stats on all weapons are now randomized so that when you get repeat drops, so let's say you get like 5 Colonel's Revenge. A year ago, that would have been really boring loot because those 5 Colonel's Revenges do nothing for you. You can only equip one. Like, you could take the magazines out of them because they're slightly better than normal Stainag magazines. But other than that, it's just disappointing loot, right? This time around, every single gun in the game, it has a median amount of all those stats that it will do right there, and then it generates within like 2 to 3% of that anchor point. And so if you get 5 Colonel's Revenges now, they will have 5 different sets of stats that are all kind of in the same window, kind of in the same wheelhouse, but at the end of the day, it allows you to optimize for like, do I want a weapon that gives me a bunch of crit? Do I want a weapon that has a much faster muzzle velocity or whatever? Better fall-off range? Do I want a gun that just does more damage flatly and maybe has like a lower firing rate, something a little bit more like a DMR, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. My suppressor is broken. I think I can fix it. Yeah, I can fix it with this weapon repair kit over here. I don't know. So guns do malfunction now. That helmet, though, is a pretty big upgrade. But as I was saying, guns malfunction now from what I understand, so we are going to have to keep our gear fixed on up. One thing I was hoping I would find inside this convoy is actually vehicle repair kits. I have not found vehicle repair kits in this build. Are quite rare compared to everything else. Like it used to be, I'd roll around with like a stack of them playing the game. Not any longer. Hey, we got a free 249. What's better than a 249 you pay for? A free 249. I think I have some box mags for it. I may actually start running that for crowd clear instead of the Benelli, but having two guns utilizing the exact same chambering of ammunition might be a little gung-ho. Like, I don't know, dude. I like my two separate guns to have two separate ammos. That way I'm not burning all my ammo supplies on one go. This military crate here, what you got for me, baby? MP5 drum. Okay, we've got a Chris Vector drum. It looks like we've got a civilian hazmat respirator, some 45. Definitely get down on that. 300 Winchester, very, very rare bullet in this game. Quite a rare bullet in this game. Don't see it very often. And then another Stainag with a couple of bullets inside of it. All right. We also have a radio on this side that we can interact with. Sometimes the radios give you intel and help you figure out where stuff is at, falling back to Observatory Alpha. Yeah, it looks like all is lost over here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Doesn't look like you boys had a great day. More gunfire. Who's shooting over here? Who is this guy? A friendly scavenger. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a dead scavenger real soon. They run around bucking off rounds like that. It never seems to work out for them. We can fast search everything because we've already been here. We've got an Alice backpack. Hey, there's a drum mag right there for the 249, which, by the way, those of you that pay attention to the stuff that I say, you will know that I think that the 249 is just an utterly fantastic gun in real life. Like, I love it. Like, the 249 and the pig, man. The two guns in life that I've always wanted to shoot. Someday I'm going to have to get out to, like, Texas or Alabama or something so I can go to a gun range and I can shoot the pig, or I can shoot, like, a 249 and just let that thing chop, dude. Because ever since I saw those in war movies, I was like, dude, I want to shoot that gun so bad that it hurts. If I could pick up one of these CR308s, that would be nice too. I've seen them on vendors, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it just yet. I didn't have any magazines for it. Now I have magazines for it, and so, like, it's a little bit more tempting. Like, you slowly accumulate magazines as you play through this game. You really sincerely do. I think what I'd like to do next is take out the infection over here to kind of like the south of where I live at. The good news is there's also airdrops everywhere down in this area, so it should be fairly profitable. Like, I'm a little bit full on stuff right now, but it should work out. Let's wipe out some of these zombies real quick, just to make a path. Did I hear footsteps on my I thought I heard footsteps. You can chop down trees. You can mine rocks and stuff in this game too, for the crafting portion of the game. I'd show you the crafting window at the moment, but the amount of things that you can handcraft inside this title are actually really sort of limited. You need to have more facilities set up. A 76 slot backpack. Oh my god, this guy is eating me. Like, up inside my character model right now. Ugh, now I gotta take pills, dude. Pills, baby. Got him. This backpack over here might actually be better than what I have. It's the same as what I have. Okay, well, we've got a bunch of MREs. I'll never turn those down, so we'll just throw those inside my container over here. Don't really care about the water. I mean, it is valuable, I guess. I guess I could sell it. The Alice backpack we can probably dump for the moment, although it does give you 54 slots for, like, a really small amount of space. That gives us even more. So, like, you can kind of nest your backpacks in this game like you can in Tarkov. So keep that in mind when it comes to planning your excursions. Gas cans are useful. I'll probably just leave the Alice backpack here. I don't think that I need it. But having a coyote inside of a coyote, or at least coyotes that are inside the back of my vehicle, that way I can store more stuff, is actually not a terrible idea. And let's get all, like, hard charge in here and see what we can do with this situation. So, like, how far in? We've got a military airdrop on the back end of this little, I don't know, it looks like a truck stop or maybe like a motor pool or something for, like, municipal vehicles, like school buses or something. Yeah, it looks like a motor pool for buses or something. Fun fact about me, when I was in school, I was so gifted that they let me ride my own special bus to school. It was like this very sleek, compact bus that was meant to get me to the school faster because I was like a priority student because they really needed me to play with Play-Doh while other kids were doing math. I do need to clear all these out. The good news is they were distracted by chasing a rabbit, so that worked out okay. I'm going to try not to aggro all those over there. I'd rather not. I'm just here for the airdrop. I don't really care about all the other stuff inside of here. Although motor pools like this are usually a really good idea if you're trying to find vehicle repair kits and also like gasoline, stuff of that nature. Kind of a pretty mid airdrop in all honesty. Not the greatest airdrop that I've ever seen in my life. Like, mediocre. Mediocre to say the least. On the plus side, we did get a bunch more MREs, and since they basically fulfill up your hunger and thirst, like having dozens of them inside of your backpack really cuts down on the amount of rough residential scavenging you have to do. I think in the interest of making like a safe entry into the city and figuring out where this infestation is so that it doesn't spread and mess with my life, I'll probably park a little bit up to the north over here. I don't know what that building is right there either, but like I guess we can investigate it later. It looks like to me it's on the other side of town. This area, it's going to be really, really, really easy to get swarmed. And so what I'd prefer to do is actually throw a grenade out there. That explosion sound will draw in all the zombies into one area. And I like to use this trick just as like a little noise maker, because what tends to get me killed in large, highly populated zombie areas like this is that one comes out of nowhere from the side once the gunshots start going off, and then you get got. Let's throw a grenade out there. There we go. Not bad. I'll take that. We got a few of them. Just fire wildly into the group. Oh. Got a shambler on us right there. One of the speedy ones. Those are the dangerous ones. Okay. A few more zombies left to be dealt with, and then I think we should be out of here. It's hard to tell what building the infestation's in from the map because my little marker is covered right now. But we should stumble in. Oh, there we go. There's our sign. So this is an infestation. You can't damage the central infestation until you take out the fringe ones. This is also a new mechanic. Back last time I played the game, you had to just kill the center heart and then you were good to go. Now the heart spreads and it puts kind of like these little satellite infections all over the place, and each one of them is kind of like its own little mini boss fight. Now this is a really, really bad spot to get into a fight from. We want to be outside, and so I'm gonna put some damage on that thing. We got it wiped out, but zombies are gonna start coming out of the woodwork to murder us, and so I kinda need to like deal with that. Does that guy have his pants around his ankles? Man, my man got on the job. That's a fairly embarrassing way to die right there, dude. That's kind of my nightmare, is that like in a zombie apocalypse, I don't mind if I succumb to the supernatural undead horde. Uh-oh, we got a boss coming in too. It's a good thing I saw him behind me. How do I want to do this? The S-Mart manager. Okay, well, let's deal some damage to him. All right, he's down. There's still got to be a few more of these guys rumbling around, but what's he got? An XM250. That's a pretty spicy weapon. We got some 12-slot pants over there, too. All right. Well, how many shotgun shells do I have left, by the way? I have 40 shotgun shells left. Probably not going to be enough. We'll get the 5.56. We have the Leshy's Extendo Mag. I think the Leshy is like a... Oh, Christ. I think the Leshy is like a rare spawn sniper rifle from what I recall. I am going to have to go through all these bodies, though, to see if there's any shotgun shells. Christ, dude, they're coming out of nowhere. Need to fix... Hey, 21 shells right there. There we go. That'll help me hang a little while longer. Are you guys all done, like, trying to flood out and murder me? Are we good here? Are we all squared away? If we're all squared away, I would like to take a look at my loot. We need to grab that. I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome. It looks like it has an integrated suppressor, which would maybe be the appeal of this gun right here. It slaps for 43, which isn't quite as good as what I've got going on, but it does have a 200-round mag, which is actually kind of insane. That's some very serious freedom dispensation. It looks like we've got military lockers in here, too. I'm pretty sure I killed all the zombies, so I don't care if I make noise. Let's cut this thing open with the bolt cutters real fast. A weapons case. That's nice. I definitely need more of those. I've got a police shirt and an SVD. SVD might be kind of cool, but I'm kind of at the point where my ARs are basically sniper rifles anyways because they've all got like 4Xs and 8Xs on them, so probably just leave it for right now. 22 more shotgun shells. That's the good stuff. Put it in my bag. Is this the other infestation over here? Looks like it. All right, wipe that out and get a head start on the zombies this way because they are coming. Oh, yeah, they coming from everywhere. I could get up on the water tower to do this, but, like, let's just kind of see how it goes for the moment. You go to sleep. Just get yourself a nice, tight little zombie slumber. Wow, they're actually coming out of the woodwork for me right now. There was a lot more zombies spawning than I expected. I do wish that sometimes when you looted zombies, it combined all their inventories, like in this vicinity menu. That way you could loot them a little bit easier. Like going body to body is one of those things that, especially once you get up to larger size hordes, takes a considerable amount of time and effort just to loot all of your kills. And I'm a gremlin. I can't leave any of my stuff behind. Like, I'm incapable of it. I need all of it. Right here, we can search this infestation. We've got a military crate, which has 60 slot storage size. High-powered flashlight. It's only worth 45 bucks, though. I already have one of these AK-15s, but, like, we can throw the foregrip on it right there. Yeah, actually, I've got the gun case right here, so we should be able to just load things up inside of this thing to get them out of the way and retrieve some of our inventory space. I do want the 7.62 ammunition because I am going to swap to 7.62 at some point. I don't know. I've always been a big AK-47 fan. I can't help it, man. I like the newer generation of, like, modular AK-47s. I like the AK, like, no, I don't know the model numbers that they're calling them nowadays, but I do like them. Like the ones that are kind of built to be modular, like the M4 platform. Like I really, really like them. Let's go loot this guy real quick, and then we'll finish off the final infestation if we can before we lose the sunlight. So we've got a foul inside of here. Okay, throw the foul in there. Looks like we've also got an MP5. We got like a little axe boy right there, a little helmet. If nothing else, we'll make money off of this trip, so that's good. I can take all this stuff to a nearby village and just like pawn it off. I do wish it had an effect. It would be really, really cool in this game if when you... Hold on. It'd be really cool if based on... So I would like it if all of the different little villages and stuff that are on the map, I would very much like it if they all kind of had little meters that you fill up for like how much food they have, how much water do they have, how much weaponry do they have to hold off the undead hordes. I would love for the player to actually have agency in deciding which factions survive and which ones die. I think that would be really, really fun and cool to play around with. And like each little village would have its own unique rewards based on how they're specialized, just from random generation at the beginning of the game. So like if you wanted those top tier medical supplies, you know what I mean? You would like be best friends with these guys over here. If you wanted the really good military supplies, you'd be friends with these guys over here. I think that's like a really, really fertile gameplay idea. And honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me at all if the developer already had it in the cards, because the amount of content that this guy puts out is just absurd. I don't think there's any other game I've ever seen that updates as fast as this game. Like, you can really tell that this game is like a huge passion project for the developer because he works on it like he's having fun, basically. Like, the only way you could put in the amount of hours this guy puts in to add stuff to the game is if you really, really, really enjoy your job every day and you're like excited to get up and integrate more things into the game. And so we'll see, dude. We will definitely see. But this has turned from like what initially I thought was an asset flip when it first came out years ago to what it is now. A big difference. A large undead boss. Okay. Well, I'm losing my sunlight right now. I don't like losing my sunlight. Oh, this guy got a chin on him. This is a big dog right here. Okay. Let me get a little gap gainer on him. Dude, it is dark as hell right now. I'm gonna try to get a little gap. There we go. That's how we put him down right there. That's how you euthanize a zombie with an 80-round stack'ems. Oops, missed. There we go. Got that one right there. What you got on you? Anything good? The Leshy scope. Okay. Don't have that. A military secure container. I thought that used to be a piece of equipment, I think. We got credits, which is really, really nice. Credits are kind of rare. So credits are a currency that you use in this game in order to buy, like, ultra-rare stuff you can't get anywhere else off of very specific rare vendors, basically. So having them is a good idea. After, like, 5 hours of playing the game, I have, like, 11 of them. Typically, they only come off of bosses from what I've seen so far. But, you know, I've accumulated some. You can also buy them from select vendors, not special vendors, just vendors that are around in other places. And so occasionally it'll be useful. Was kind of hoping my night vision that I'm rocking right now would actually have like a separate setting for blue or green mode, but it doesn't. They're military ones, so I figured they would actually have like a really, really good sight picture, but is this thing dead? Okay, so what did we get? We got a Valkyrie suppressor. That's pretty cool. I have a Valkyrie back at base. A 416. That's a mighty fine rifle right there. That's a good little piece of hardware. Unfortunately, I've run out of inventory space to actually carry all this stuff out of here, and so I am going to have to figure out... Oh, it only stacks up to... Wait, what? I was going to say, dude, I thought it could, like, infinitely stack. I've got the Colonel's Revenge ACOG on there already, but it'll sell. It's a good opportunity to show why you always keep a bedroll on you, too. You can just place it wherever. I do wish that there was some threat to sleeping, but, like, I don't know. I don't worry about it. There we go. We'll turn off our flashlight real quick now that it's morning. Pick that bad boy up. And now we can actually see with our eyes. Man, we did some godly work in this place. Looking awful up in here, man. Just an absolute bloodbath. But don't stress. The enemies come back after a while. Like, when you log back in, dude, you're gonna get a surprise. Finish off looting over here. I do need to fix up my guns again. More MREs. Don't mind that at all. I have so many 7.62 drum mags that I'm really tempted to move over to 7.62 right this second. Like, it's one of those things that I feel like I should probably do at some point. So many weapon repair kits, too. All right, well, let's fix our suppressor first and foremost, just so that's working again, because I think it stopped working. And now is the fun part. We get to go shopping. This was a pretty productive day as far as Surroundead goes. We made a lot of money and found a lot of stuff. Got a flare gun inside the medical supply drop, which is really, really nice. It doesn't do anything yet, but the developer has said that he's planning on making it so that you can summon airdrops with it later on down the line. The guy is prolific, man. He's very, very active, both on Steam and on his subreddit on actual Reddit, dude. Like, he's always in there, like, answering questions and generally just letting people know the direction that building the game is going. I need to go vendor some stuff, so I'm going to go do that and top off on ammunition, and then we'll find a new adventure. I kind of wanted to try to tackle a bunker today. Like, I'm pretty geared. I feel pretty solid about the equipment that I have, and so I'd like to do a bunker before we end the episode, too. So around the map, you will find safe shelters where there's people walking around with different vendors. This will be the location that you can actually get bounties and quests from later on down the line. Right now, the bounty board doesn't work. The only quests that I've seen while playing the game are ones that you pick up from, like, these little intel piles that you'll find every now and again in, like, high-value locations. So keep that in mind. But I think the quest update is coming very, very soon. Like, I think that that's a priority at the moment. This guy's got 700 bucks on him. Okay, we'll break out that wallet because I am about to break the bank on you, my man. More than anything else, I need shotgun shells. And I think these are 15 bucks a pop. Let's get 100 shells. Just to top up a little bit, because my shotgun's been getting a lot of use due to the fact that it's suppressed. I think I can put a military suppressor on my rifle as well, but let's just get through this and sell off everything that we have first. Okay, so all of our loot has been liquidated. We made not that much money because I spent it all on ammunition while getting out of here. But I gotta make a quick trip back to my base. That's gonna work out though, because it's gonna allow me to show you some of the base building components of this title. Just because I've got too many things that I want to keep that I can't sell, and so my inventory is still not as light as I would like it to be before we go on like a big excursion and get ourselves involved in like some bunker madness or something. So welcome home. This is where I live at. I live inside of a big burned out building over here. I don't know, I like it. It gave it like post-apocalyptic vibes. We've got generators that supply electricity to the light bulbs that I've put around. Pretty much most of the stuff in here was built by me. There are some other things that I need to get done, but we do have like this pallet over here that's got a whole bunch of our goodies inside of it where I can offload some of this special stuff so that it's not eating up space in my inventory anymore. I have 2 XM50s. That means I have 2 200-round mags, dude. Oof, kind of tempting. Let's swap out the kernel for it, dude. We'll swap out the kernel, and then that's got 21 rounds in it. Does that one? Oh, this one doesn't have a magazine. Interesting. I do not have 2-box magazines. I do actually want to place this crate, too. Like, we picked up this crate, so we might as well make use of it inside of our base. There we go. I think I'd like to take the 249 out for a little bit is what I think, because I have 2 extra box mags for it, and so like maybe we spin that up instead of the kernel for the next little chunk of gameplay. You never know when you're going to need some more bullets, man, and this thing seems to be supplying that need pretty aggressively. There we go, so let's just take our 100-round boxes, fill those bad boys up. This thing's handling is probably going to be terrible, but I just can't help it. Definitely put an ACOG on top of it. I don't really know what else I want to do, though. I know you can suppress a 249, so that might not be a terrible idea. Can I throw the military suppressor on there? I can. It doesn't have a foregrip, but I can put my little... There we go, dude. I can put a tactical laser on it. That'll work, dude. I'm excited about this. We got serious ammunition trucking on in right now. Although this is one of those guns that I really feel like we should probably see how long the reload takes. Looks like the reload is like the same as anything else, to be fair. And so, oh yeah, dude, that's satisfying right there. I don't think I want to have it on automatic, though, for right now. I'm going to be, like, tap firing this bad boy. But one thing I did want to do while I was here is I wanted to build some stuff. And so for, like, a weapon and equipments bench, I need, like, random tools. I need nails. I need all kinds of little things. So first things first, we'll spit out some nails real fast. And then the construction bench and also the weapons bench both seem like a good idea. We'll get the weapons bench first. I don't know where it kicked that out into my inventory. Oh, it's laying on the ground right there because I didn't have room for it due to my massive backpack being over here. All right, well, we'll do that right there, and then let's flip this thing around and kind of see. I'm hoping this lets me manufacture ammo so that I can actually start making money. Right now, I give all of my money to the ammo vendor whenever I'm cruising around. It looks like we've got makeshift armor in here. We got shell casings that we can make out of plastic. Yeah, it allows us to craft a whole bunch of different ammunition types that I think are going to be helpful, so that'll be good. We've also got makeshift suppressors that we can craft inside of here, which is nice. So those are all things that I think are definitely going to be beneficial in the future. I do need to chop down a tree to get the next bench, though, so like we'll bang that out real fast just because my wood supply is kind of low at the moment. There we go. That should get me topped off. How many woods do I get? I got like 9 wood. I would like to see a pop-up on screen when you're chopping stuff down, though. That would also be helpful. I also wish you could destroy some of these environmental objects. Make this place nice and homey, but I guess we're not there yet. If I wanted that bench right there, do I need more nails? Is that what I need more of? There we go. All right, so let's do the construction bench. Disassembly workbench actually sounds pretty sick too, but we're gonna need high quality metal in order to make that work, and so I'm gonna have to convert a lot of my scrap metal into high quality metal before that's gonna work out for us. But either way, let's get this right here into our backpack, and then we will place it over on this side. Perfect. And it looks like this is actually just letting us make defensive palisades. It's allowing us to we can make a 200 slot shipping container that fits in a backpack. Does it? Oh my goodness gracious. Fits in a backpack. Oh, you need so much high quality metal to make that work though. Looks like we can make hedgehogs. We can make a safe. Okay. We can make bunker doors. We can make a tower. Looks like we can build all kinds of stuff. The turret would actually be really, really nice too. But it looks like it's going to be expensive to pull down. So, let's go do some bunker stuff. So I think there's a bunker right there from what I remember. We're right here, so that's not even like a long haul. Let's mark that real fast. They do allow you to place custom markers all over your map, which is like one of those huge things, dude. As somebody that went to school for like drawing and designing maps, like map drafting, I like that a lot because I like to get a little bit customized with my maps. But let's give this thing a spin and see what we find once we get over here. Yup, it looks like a bunkinator to me. Unfortunately, we've got, like, irradiated undead all over the place, which is going to be a little bit of a headache. But we've got the new chop that should be taking care of us, so I think we'll be all right. These guys you always want to loot, like the hazmat zombies and whatnot, because they tend to have... Ow. There's a dog, man. I got bit by a dog. Little bastard. I didn't even see him over there. Any more dogs around here? Or we mostly say, I think I see one right there. Is he alive? Sorry, puppy. You were a good boy in life, and I'm sure you're a good boy in death. But unfortunately, I can't have you, like, straggling along, chewing on my ankles. I think I have level 0 key cards, so we can get in here right now. Let's put her on automatic. Yeah, let's go full auto real quick. Give me some light. Okay, what are we looking at here? There are loot points, but these are all residential loot, so they're not really going to be that useful. Trash bags and things of that nature. However, we do have a cabinet over here. A high-tier military locker. Sorry for the darkness right now. I wish I had, like, a green-colored NVG. We've got another Benelli. We got another military secure container, which is nice. Definitely need that. Break open the secure container and just load stuff inside of it as much as we can get in there. Nothing too crazy so far. I do have another level 0 card, I think. How many level 0 cards do I have left? I only got like one more level 0 card left. Something bad in here, though. I can hear it. Got him. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. I'm trapped against the wall. Gotta move. No. Okay. Okay, so after getting trapped by that zombie and beat to death, close quarters combat actually a little scarier in this game than I expected it to be. We gotta find room to kite that guy on out. Otherwise, this is just not gonna work out. All right, so I'm gonna break out the beast. And, like, honestly, I need a way to get these guys to come in here. Will they hear the gunshot right there? Throw a grenade. See if that draws him over. There he is. That's why we bring the melter right there. That's why we bring the melter right there. There's me, unfortunately. Poor dead me being dead as hell. And it looks like that's the end of our bunker. Let's loot this guy first. So this undead boss, he's got a Crusher drum magazine. I haven't found the Crusher yet, so I don't know exactly what the Crusher is, but I'll tell you what, when I find a Crusher, I have like all the parts for said Crusher because they've given me loads and loads and loads and loads of parts. Nothing else there really worth it, but let's go ahead, and that's an industrial crate. I don't care about that. There's a safe over here. There we go, dude. I knew I was in the vicinity. Just 1 credit, actually. But considering a credit has a value of $2,000, that's not actually that bad. I don't care about the residential containers, really. I mean, they're just going to have clothing and stuff inside of them. But these high-tier boxes, these are what we want. We've got a katana. Hell yeah, dude. Give me the katana. A legendary katana. Let's go. Love that. That's going to be perfect. Load some of these guns in here for sale. My first Chris Vector. Haven't seen one of those before. Put a foregrip on it real quick. We've also got like an anaconda over here. I'm sorry, a python. Inside this room, we've still got a few more high-tier military crates. Maybe we'll pull something good. I like these little close quarters combat M4s. Like, in real life and in video games, I kind of dig them. Like, I think they're kind of cool. Like, I don't know, dude, like the little paratrooper variants of, like, what you can have as far as, like, an M4 goes. I've always found these to be kind of badass. I kind of want to build one in real life. Put a tactical flashlight, shotgun suppressor. I already have one, but I'll take a backup. A level 3 card. Don't have any of those. Definitely take a level 3 card, because level 0 was not that scary, aside from the initial jump scare of getting punched by a guy the size of a train. What's in this crate over here? Some more CQB stuff. Okay, well, throw it all in there, man. We got room for everything right now. A military suppressor. Yeah, throw that on there. Maybe we'll tack that one out, and maybe I'll keep it just as like a fun little pet weapon later on. And this guy right here, I think, is our last crate. Oh, we got heavy military body armor. Okay, doesn't have any slots on it, which makes reloading kind of complicated. Like right now I've got a Black Ops plate carrier, which has 22% resistance on it, which is decent. It's not like the best, but like it also gives me room for my ammo and my rig though, which I very much like about it. And I think for the rest of this stuff, I will take the body armor just in case I need to slam out against some military targets. There are occasionally, like, Black Ops military guys. There'll be, like, different types of airdrops, and sometimes they're surrounded by Black Ops guys that have, like, crazy good gear. Like, they have 249s and stuff like that that they'll mag dump you with. You can see them. I think we fought them the last time I made a video on this game. They set up, like, a checkpoint or something like that near something. You know, I'm beginning to think that maybe the NVGs, I should just use flashlights instead. That's the vibe that I'm getting, is, like, it's bright enough that unfortunately, like, I used NVGs that entire time, but I really do wish that the NVGs, my NVG batteries are dead. Take that out, throw that over there. There we go. Like, with the NVGs, I really do wish you could adjust the brightness and also the color on them, since they're supposed to be, like, you know, Spec Ops military NVGs. I'd like some more options. I went through the controls, but couldn't find them a way to do that. We also have this sick-ass sword now, which I'm excited about. Hell yeah, dude. 38 to 40 damage is pretty ridiculous for like a two-handed weapon. That's pretty good, and so I'll definitely take that as well. But that was our bunker ride right there. Not a bad day in the valleys of Surrounded, if I could say so myself. I think it went pretty reasonably well. There's not a lot of activities flared up at the moment, and so I'm kind of thinking, like, that right there, dude, what is that? Is that like a mine? I know, you know, the airfield's got to have some crazy good stuff on it, too. I haven't been down there yet, though. It's not like a long run to get down there. All the white markers you can see are basically all of the places that I've been over the last 5 or 6 hours. I'm definitely looking for some upgrades out here, though. Like, if we could find something to do. But I suppose the video is getting kind of long. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were fooling around with Surrounded. This is one of those games that was very asset-y when it first came out. Using nothing but Cinti assets to create a zombie survival sandbox is not exactly the most original of ideas. And so I never really expected this game to become as awesome as it is. This is one of those games that every time I come back to check in on it, I get sucked back into it, dude. It's just a fun game. Like, independent. The reason why there was no video yesterday is because I was prepping this video, and I was like, nah, man, let me get a little farther in. Nah, man, let me get a little farther in. And that's like a really, really good sign. The game keeps you playing like that. The only thing that it's lacking, I would like to see some Steam Cloud integration. That way I can load my save on other computers, because sometimes I work in different rooms of my house. But it's not really that important. I can copy and paste. Oh my god, bandits. Okay, my car's getting shot up. Fantastic. Well, that's just gonna have to be dealt with. Like, that's not a thing that we can leave as is. Let's, yeah, you guys thought, dude. You guys thought. You thought that that would be a good idea. Oh my god, they still shooting. Got you, got you. See, you just messed with the unholy power of the 249, brother. The 249 doesn't play. It doesn't beg. It doesn't kneel. It doesn't yield. It doesn't care. 249 finds a target, and it hits that bitch. Zombie? I'm gonna need you to stay away from my whip right now. I'm gonna need a vehicle repair kit post-haste, now that I'm thinking about it. They shot the shit out of my car right there. Damn, dude, I haven't seen vehicle repair kits anywhere. Maybe I can craft them back at my base. Ooh, a battle-ready Glock extended mag. It's a named Glock magazine. Okay, I have a Glock. I'll take it. I'll also take those 3 bullets right there because, ooh, that's kind of a cool backpack right there. I dig it. 46 rounds on that, dude. Okay. Will that fit on the inside of here? It will. Cool. Backpack, you now live with me. What do you got? I didn't realize these guys said... I've been, like, avoiding other bandits and stuff like that this entire time because I didn't want to get my car shot up. But, like, I didn't know that they dropped such great loot. Did I run over any of them over? Oh, they got a turret? Ow, dude. Okay, let's pills up real quick. Yep, just use a med kit real fast. Is there another turret over here, or is that it? I don't think I hit any of them in the bushes like when I was driving by, but I think we should be good. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's about all I got for you, folks. This is Surrounded. I really, really like it. I think it's great. It's got some wonky crust around the edges. Vehicles will get stuck. The AI is not altogether that fantastic, but what the game does provide is a very, very large sandbox in which to do whatever the hell you want, and I think that's appealing. You guys know me. I love my sandboxes where I get to cruise around and do whatever the hell I want. So I'll see y'all later. Bye, folks.